Hi, welcome to a pre-recorded version of the 5-Minute Crochet Podcast. I'm your host, Ellen Gormley, and I think this is day 4. And so you're going to see this outfit probably a couple of times over the next couple days, but keep saying hello. So today I have in front of me a little tour of mess. Do you know what all of this is? How many is this? Oh my goodness. So these are my hairpin looms, my hairpin lace looms. And oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking this one was missing one. So here I think is my oldest one. So I don't know if any of you have ever crocheted hairpin lace before, but here is one of my oldest looms. And I don't love this one just because it's like hard to get the spikes, the tines, or I forget what they're called, in and out of the thing. So it's got little holes here that are the same on both, and so you can make it wider or narrower up to the last holes here. But it's so tight that I don't think, it's just not easy to get open, and I don't want to hurt myself. It should be a little bit tight because you don't want it to fall apart while you're crocheting with it, but at the same time it needs to be flexible or loose enough that you can adjust it. Anyway, so there's one. I think this is my oldest one. Somehow I have 3 of these. So these, like this one just fell apart because it's so loose. So this one, because it's plastic in a way, like it has like this little clippy here, so you can open it and adjust it and then clasp it, and it's supposed to stay clasped, but it also can be kind of fiddly. So as you can see, and I think plastic also like melts, or there we go. Okay, I hope that didn't break. And then this little flippy thing I thought maybe was going to break off, but then look, this is kind of pretty loose here. So that's not great. You don't really want that while you're crocheting. You want it to be secure and not like slide around too much. But this one feels kind of slidey. Does anyone do hairpin lace? What do you think? What's your favorite brand, or what's your favorite tool for hairpin lace? Or did you just give up? Because in some ways I also want to be able to adjust it like up and down, not just width-wise, but I want it to give me enough room to work, especially in here, to fit my hook through it. Okay. So I do have videos on hairpin lace, some very beginner videos. Hey doggy! Very beginner videos on hairpin lace on how to set up the loom. And you actually need to like take off the top and put in, or the bottom, and put your slip knot on one of the sides to even get started. So getting your things set up, it still needs to be adjusted every time you add your yarn to it. So the slip knot has to go on one of these things, and it needs to be in between the bars on one of the tines for you to get started. Okay, here's another one. Let's see, is this one also fiddly? I think these are Boyes, B-O-Y-E. I think these are Boy brand, but don't quote me, and I don't see a brand name on them. So, but I seem to remember that they're Boy brand. And so this is the third one. And I just find these little flippy things kind of fragile and not super reliable. Like, I mean, even the plastic is kind of getting white on the bend part, which makes me think it's getting a little worn out. But it does need to be sturdy. Okay, and then my last, oh, nope, here's another one. Here's another one, and this one is way loose. Look at that. That's just, and even though it is clasped, this one's not clasped, but this one's way fiddly. So, I don't know. Yeah, this one, now that they're both clasped, it's still sliding all around, which is not fantastic for working. So I don't know what I'll do with these. I really shouldn't even keep them if I'm not going to use them. But okay, so my favorite is the queen of all looms, which I don't even remember where I bought this from, but I love it. So this is gorgeous. So yes, it was a lot more expensive, but it's so much better. So it's got the wood things here, and you can put your tines. There's a top, and these are so soft, and the wood is so nice and finished. And it's got these, what are these called? Wing nuts that will tighten and loosen it. And using this as a hairpin lace loom is just a joy. So it's not fiddly, it's high quality. Part of me worries that, like, I've had it so many years that I don't know if the wood needs conditioning or anything. I don't want it to become too fragile or dried out. Ohio is pretty humid, and I know wood can contract and stuff, but I hope I'm keeping it in good enough condition. But this one is my favorite of the hairpin lace looms that I have. And on my channel, if you're interested, you can do a little search for Crochet Ellen Gormley hairpin lace and see if you can find my tutorials. So that is the little tour of my hairpin lace looms, and I hope you have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye.